in the glamorous, prestigious Hambletonian stake. 1968 is the year of a super horse, Neville Pride, and he and the Hambletonian have been on a collision course ever since the great colt swept top harness racing honors as a 2-year-old. The day before the Hambletonian, caretaker Andy Murphy analyzes his fleet but exceedingly eccentric trotter.
Well, my opinion of Neville Pride and the 2 years I've been with him, I've come to the conclusion that he's just a big show-off, a big playful colt. He's high-spirited. He has, once occasionally, a little mean streak in him, but most generally he's just playing with you. Once in a while he'd get nippy and kicking, one thing and another, but just a big show-off. As far as eating habits, he's the same as any other horse. He gets no special feed. He's a wonderful eater. That's why he looks so good. Maybe I give him a little bit more than other horses get, I don't know, but he just is a wonderful doer, a wonderful eater. Well, on the racetrack, he is a perfect-mannered colt. I say most of the time. Once in a while he gets a little idea in his head he'd like to take a nip out of some other horse or driver on the track, but that's on occasion. He really don't mean it. Winner's circle is something else. Gets up in front of the cameras, and like I say, being a show-off, he really puts on an act lately.
Harness racing's colorful bad boy, winner of 37 of 41 starts, has captured the fancy of race fans everywhere.
Well, we're talking about a great horse. There's no question about Neville Pride being a great horse, and of course the Hambletonian's a great race. I've seen a lot of Hambletonians and drove a lot of Hambletonians. I've seen a lot of upsets. But from what I've seen of Neville Pride, as a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, I don't think the other horses can beat him. They might be an upset in this one tomorrow, but then, in my estimation, I think that Emily Pride's one of her great trotters of all time. And if he's all right, I don't think that they'll be able to beat him.
Well, the old saying goes, anything can happen in a horse race. And I always hope that a big race like this, there's no mishaps, and the best horse will eventually win, and usually happens, especially going 2 heats. I think the big race will be really to see who'll get in behind and follow Neville Pride, because I imagine he'll be at the front past the quarter pole.
Well, they're going to have a tough job to beat Neville Pride. I believe that the people this year are going to see that one of the greatest trotters that ever lived, Neville Pride, driven by Stanley Dancer. I don't think that there's any horse that can compete with him. Barring all accidents, Neville Pride will win the Hambletonian in straight heats.
Harness racing's 9 fastest 3-year-old trotters move in behind the starting gate for the first heat of the Hambletonian. Here they come. Aroff and trotting Dart Hanover is first away. Neville Pride from the outside, driving hard for the lead, and Snow Speed off stride at the start. Neville Pride from 9th post position roars to the front and opens a quick 3 lengths around the first turn. In second is Dart Hanover. Keystone Spartan is third. Carolyn Sue trotting in 4th, and Master Yankee 5th. Keystone Starlet is 6th, Coleman 7th, Larengo Hanover 8th, and Snow Speed trailing after that early miscue. As they move over to the quarter-mile mark, Stanley Dancer takes Neville Pride to a 4-length lead in 29 1/5 seconds. It's Neville Pride out in front, turning into the backstretch by 3.5 lengths. In second, Dart Hanover, 1.5 lengths, Keystone Spartan third by 3 lengths. Trotting 4th is Carolyn Sue down the backstretch, Master Yankee is 5th. Keystone Starlet 6th, Larengo Hanover begins to move up from 7th, Coleman is 8th, and Snow Speed trails the field. That's Neville Pride, 2.5 lengths in front, moving down the mid-backstretch. In second, Dart Hanover, 1.5 lengths, Keystone Spartan is third. Racing up 4th on the outside at the half-mile mark is Larengo Hanover, and Carolyn Sue is now 5th. Master Yankee 6th, Keystone Starlet is 7th. Around the far turn, Neville Pride 2 lengths in front. Dart Hanover is strong second by 1 3/4 lengths. Keystone Spartan is third, 1 length, and Larengo Hanover is now 4th. In 5th is Carolyn Sue, Coleman 6th on the outside moving up, but it's Neville Pride by 3 now as they move over to the 3/4 mile mark. Neville Pride past the 3/4 in 1:31 4/5, and he turns for home 4 lengths in front. Neville Pride leads the field in the Hambletonian first heat into the stretch. Neville Pride by 3. Dart Hanover second. Keystone Spartan coming on. They're in the final eighth of a mile, and the leader is Neville Pride by 4. Stanley Dancer looks back. Neville Pride looks forward, draws away by 5 lengths, and wins the first heat of the Hambletonian by 4 lengths. Eased up for Stan Dancer in 1:59 3/5.
The great Neville Pride, never being pushed and still cruising the mile in 1:59 3/5. And for Stanley Dancer, who has won just about everything in harness racing excepting the Hambletonian, it's time to relax, just a little. He's halfway home with a colt that looks downright invincible. Neville Pride tolerates a quick bath without trying to eat the sponge, but he does have a few choice words for all blankety-blank photographers who invade his privacy.
The field moves in behind the starting gate for the second heat of the Hambletonian, with Neville Pride down along the rail and his 8 rivals fanned out next to him. And here they come. Ervin trotting, Neville Pride on the inside takes the lead. Snow Speed out fast, Keystone Spartan, Keystone Starlet, and from the outside, Carolyn Sue. Around that first turn, Neville Pride 2 lengths in front. Keystone Spartan second, Carolyn Sue driving up on the outside from 9th post, now moves into second. Keystone Spartan is third, and Snow Speed is off stride once again. Moving over to the quarter-mile mark, Neville Pride with a 2-length lead. Carolyn Sue second, they're past the quarter in 28 1/5 seconds. On to the backstretch, Neville Pride leads a length and a quarter. In second, Carolyn Sue by 2 lengths, and in third, Keystone Spartan. Dart Hanover trotting fourth, Larengo Hanover is fifth. Keystone Starlet racing sixth down the backstretch, Master Yankee is seventh. Coleman is trotting eighth, and Snow Speed trails. They're moving to the half-mile mark with Neville Pride out in front by 2.5 lengths. Carolyn Sue is second by 2 lengths. In third, it's Keystone Spartan. Past the half-mile mark in 1 minute flat, Neville Pride trotting easily leads the way by 3 lengths. Carolyn Sue is second by 3, and Keystone Spartan third. Dart Hanover fourth, Larengo Hanover is fifth. Keystone Starlet sixth, Master Yankee seventh. Coleman is eighth, and Snow Speed ninth. And Neville Pride pours it on. He's now in front by 4 lengths and widening out without effort. It is Neville Pride leading now by 5.5 lengths around the turn to the 3/4 mile mark. Neville Pride past the 3/4 in 1:30 4/5. Here comes Keystone Spartan, moves up now past the tiring Carolyn Sue. It is Neville Pride at the head of the stretch. He's in front by 7 lengths. Keystone Spartan is second. Racing in third is Dart Hanover, and Larengo Hanover is fourth. In the final eighth of a mile, Neville Pride is drawing away. He has opened 7 lengths on the field. Neville Pride coming to the wire, cruising by 5.5 lengths. Keystone Spartan second, Dart Hanover third, Larengo Hanover fourth, Master Yankee fifth, a mile in 1:59 2/5.
And Neville Pride's straight heat Hambletonian victory was so devastating that he never saw another horse in front of him at any time on either trip. Far behind him, but still on their way to the bank, were Keystone Spartan and Dart Hanover with second and third money respectively. He was purchased privately for $20,000 as a yearling by the Neville Acres stable, and his Hambletonian victory today pushes his earnings well past the $500,000 mark. When this colt eats cigarettes and caretaker's fingers for breakfast, he's likely establishing a whole new trend in horse nutrition. Winner already of the Yonkers Futurity, Neville Pride will go on from here to win the Kentucky Futurity and thus the Triple Crown of Trotting. Only Scott Frost, Speedy Scott, and heirs have accomplished this in the past. Well, it's a great day for Stanley Dancer, too. This classic has been a real will-o'-the-wisp for him.
Stanley, your first Hambletonian victory, how does it compare with some of the other big ones you've
This
won?
is the biggest thrill of my life. I win bigger races, but this is the biggest to me.
Comparing, in comparison, how about the horse? How's Neville Pride?
Well,
the greatest?
I think he's the greatest horse I ever had. There's any doubt in my mind, and we'll find out a little later on. We'll set him going. But he's a great horse.
Congratulations, Stan.
Thank you.
Neville Pride, rated by many as the very possible successor to Greyhound in the trotting world record books. Today, he did nothing to change their mind.